The other day, I rewatched a series that I've been meaning to look back on, but I've watched 3 different times now, and I think is one of the best movie series, not only for superheroes, but in all time, in my mind. It was Batman The Dark Knight, which came out a couple years ago, pretty while back. There was one moment in particular that I didn't really catch during my first rewatch that I'm glad I did this time. It's a moment where Bruce has given up almost entirely on the idea of being Batman. He's accepted failure and is kind of just living his life. But he's not actually living. He's waiting. And Alfred, who is his trusty steed and the guy who is always by his side, stops him and asks why he isn't living. And at the time, Bruce is confused. He's like, I am living, I'm breathing, I'm here, I'm enjoying myself. And Alfred responds by saying that he just waits for things to go bad again, because that is when they will need Batman. And in my mind, I thought about all the times that I wait for things to go bad and wait until I'm needed in order to do things in my life, and it happens all too frequently. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Thinking, which is a Minecraft series where I try and beat the game for the first time while just talking about things in my life that I think are interesting, that might help you guys, kind of just passing through my mind. As you can tell, I'm not 100%, and I think that is almost a theme of this channel, which is what we're talking about today. The fact that in my own life and in general, why is it so common to wait until things go bad? Why do we want to wait until things go bad to do something? Why are we not doing it in the first place and instead waiting until something happens to try and prevent it? I feel like this channel, even with the consistency of these videos where I sit and just talk to you guys, I feel like every time something happens in my life that makes me think and really puts me in that hole of thought is what makes me make these videos. When something good is happening, my first instinct isn't to, make a Minecraft video. But even when I'm just kind of coasting through my week and going through my daily schedule, it's these little pinpoints, these little things that make me talk about and make me think about these bigger or overhanging topics that make me open up OBS and start recording. So I really thought about it. Why is that? Why did Alfred hit the nail on the head talking to Bruce about waiting to be Batman? Because it's not so much people needing me. I don't think these videos are really, making people's days and changing their outlook on crazy topic or anything like that. Not like the entire city is waiting for these videos to come save them or anything crazy like that. But just the point of waiting until it's crunch time, I think, to me, was something I wanted to talk about, and something I feel like I do all the time. Especially in school, or things that I'm not necessarily caring about. Because almost everything in my life besides school, I like to give 100% on. I like to make good first impressions. If something matters to me, I'm putting all of my effort to it all the time, because I want to really maximize and not regret holding back. But I feel like in certain moments, especially when it comes to school or something where I'm less motivated to complete it, I wait until crunch time, until I need to get it done, until things go bad in order to complete it. And I guess the question I'm asking today, that I'm going to try and answer in my own head, is that unhealthy? Is that a bad thing? Because I feel like with schools especially being an example, I would always wait until the last second because I knew that was when I would use my time the best. I knew that was when I would not procrastinate, that I would really put my best foot forward, spend as little time on the assignment as possible, and still come up with the same outcome that I would if I had spent 4 hours throughout the week kind of just dilly-dallying, doing whatever I thought was best, moving at a slower pace because there was no rush. There was no consequence in that moment. I had time. I feel like it comes back to that statement, no? You have time. I hate it. I hate when people say that. I have time. And with some things, it's true, right? Natural progression, things that to take time, like growing. You know what I mean? Naturally. Like at a family event, having someone younger than me ask, "Oh, when am I gonna be as tall as you? When am I gonna grow into my body? When am I gonna start gaining muscle? When is this gonna happen? When is that gonna happen?" You could always do things every day that could help, like getting proper nutrition and sleep growing up, but that's one of those things that takes time. But a lot of these things that people say that they have time for, they don't actually have time. They just don't want to do it. And you want to know when they won't have time is when things go bad. Then what happens? Then what do you do? Well, what happens is you do the thing that you had time for because there is no longer time. And it's almost like a constant loop. Because I feel like you almost never have time. At least in my mind, if I really, really care about something, I feel like that moment of things going bad that Alfred was talking about could potentially be all the time. Things could go bad if I don't put my foot forward. So if I'm not in that dire situation where things could go south, or there will be a consequence if I don't get that specific thing done, if I'm not there for my people or for myself, I feel like I do things out of precaution to not get to that place, to not feel that pressure. Things that I really love and cherish and that I want to do. Because I can. And although it's probably egotistical to think that way, I think other people should really think like that too. Thank you guys for watching another video where I just kind of talk and go in circles about random things that are on my mind. This one specifically, again, I'm pretty sick, which is probably why I'm making the video. I feel like I've been sick on this channel multiple times. But if you watch this and you took anything away from it, please do let me know. I appreciate each and every single comment that I see. I read every single one. It's my favorite part of doing this series, and I know that the videos are not as consistent as I would like. I said I was going to do them a couple times a week, and then that turned into one time a week, and now it's looking like one time every 2 weeks. But I don't know, maybe some more bad things happen to me during my week and then I'll be more motivated to talk. Or at least according to Alfred, that is exactly what's going to happen. So thank you guys for watching, as always, and I will see you again very soon.